Okay, Eddie?
Yes.
All right, so definitely, we work with so many different companies, okay? So my job is to run the information through the database and obviously find the lowest option for you, okay?
Right.
Now, I'll give you some information just so you can know exactly how insurance companies work. Now, your monthly payment was $30 a month,
Mhm.
correct? That's how much you were paying before?
Right.
And you said it was what, roughly like 6 months ago?
Yeah.
That your policy
About 6
canceled?
months, yes.
And when exactly did you get your policy?
I
Or how long did you have your policy for?
had it for about, what, maybe a year?
Okay, so would it be safe to assume that you got it in 2014, roughly, the beginning of 2014?
Roughly, yes.
Okay. So the reason why I'm asking you this is I'm checking my system, okay, and $30 a month is going to be very difficult to find, okay? Now the good thing is that I work with so many different companies, so whatever options are available as far as the lowest options, I should have them on my system. I work with all the companies, the most competitive companies in the state of California. Now, before I run the information and give you some options, I want to make sure that we're on the same page, okay? Because you may be looking for $30 a month, something that was available at one point, but it may not be available today. Now, my job is to make sure that I give you information so you can know exactly, once again, how insurance companies work, and obviously the rates fluctuate all the time. So if you were paying $30 a month 6 months ago, you may not be able to find those $30 a month today, okay? It's just like gas prices, just like anything else, prices are gonna fluctuate all the time. Now, let's review an example. It's called loss ratio, okay? Now this example, we use this example to demonstrate how insurance companies evaluate their losses, okay? What they do is they evaluate their losses every year. Okay, they want to make sure, they want to calculate how much money are they losing, how much money are they generating, and that equals either to be profitable or to be negative, okay?
Mhm.
They don't want to go bankrupt, okay? So
Right.
they got to make sure that everything is balanced enough to continue to do business, okay? Remember, an insurance company is also a business. If they pay a lot of money for losses and they're not generating enough money to cover those losses, eventually they're going to go out of business, okay? Now, once again, this loss ratio is to demonstrate how insurance companies evaluate their losses every year, okay? Now, let's use the 3 years, for example. Let's use 2013, 2014, and 2015. And once again, this is just an example. I'm just giving you an example so you can understand the concept of it, okay? Now, let's just assume that in 2013, the insurance companies paid $1 million for losses, okay? Meaning, and losses are practically any accidents or money out of pocket. So every time an insurance company pays pays a certain amount to cover the damages, you could say, then that becomes a loss, okay?
Okay.
So we're talking of claims, we're talking of accidents, okay? Now, that's what we call losses. Now, 2013, let's say, for example, there's a total of 1 million losses, okay? They paid $1 million to cover all the losses. Now, in 2014, let's imagine that it goes up to 3 million, okay? 3 million losses. Stop it real fast. All right, Eddie, so once again, 2013, the company lost $1 million. In 2014, it went up to $3 million. So that means there's a $2 million difference, okay? Now, what's gonna happen? Okay, the insurance company is either, it's either gonna go bankrupt or they're gonna find a way of balancing the losses. So in this case, in 2015, their job is gonna be to balance all of their losses by offering rates that are a little bit higher, okay? So rates are gonna go up. Okay? So, and their focus is gonna be to balance their losses, okay? Now, once again, if they don't balance their losses, they're gonna go out of business. Now, let me give you a quick example. Let's say, for example, you're a business owner and you sell, let's say auto parts, for example, and you sell auto parts through eBay. Now, you use FedEx, for example. You use FedEx, okay, to ship your product, okay? Now, they have a $14 fee per item to ship all of your items, okay? Now, let's say you get a notification from FedEx and they notify you that the price is actually $20 now. Now, you have two options as a business owner. You have option number one, you have the buyer pay the difference, or option number two, you pay it out of pocket. Which one would you choose? So technically, option number one, you charge the buyer, okay?
Right.
You charge the buyer for the additional $6, let's say. Or would you pay it out of pocket?
I would charge the buyer
Why?
because obviously it's less money for me to pay out of pocket.
So you would lose money.
Exactly.
Okay, so the insurance companies use that same idea. Okay, that let's say for example in 2014 their losses went up.
Right.
So they're gonna have to get that money from someone,
Okay.
and that's us.
All right.
That's it. So the consumer, as a customer, you're gonna pay a little bit more today for the fact that they encounter so many losses within the last couple of years. Okay, and their job is to balance everything out. Just like you, just like the example. You said, let me charge the buyer because I don't want to lose money.
Okay.
My profit is going to be less.
Right.
Okay, so therefore the insurance companies are losing more money. Okay, and then the only way to balance it out is by charging a little bit more. Now the key is this: if you would have kept your policy active without letting it cancel, then your $30 a month is something that they're going to honor. You know, unless you get involved in an accident or get a ticket. The $30 a month is something that you're going to pay every single month.
Right.
But the fact that your policy got canceled 6 months ago, now you're in a situation where you're getting the lowest price based on today, and that's what you have to understand. Okay, so $30 a month is going to be impossible. Okay, unless you pay it in full for the whole year, or unless there's some sort of modifications that we don't want to talk about that.
Right.
Okay, so let's say for example the lowest monthly payment that I have available today is $45 or $55. Once again, 2014, last year for example, $30 a month could have been something that was available for you.
Right.
As of today, based on 70 different companies, based on the lowest and most competitive companies that we have on our system, okay, and the most competitive companies in the state of California, $45 to $55 is the lowest monthly payment.
Okay.
How does that sound?
I mean, obviously I would like to pay the 30, but if that's all I have today, it makes sense.
Okay, and that is the lowest option that we have available. Okay, so let me run the information. Okay.